This is Tunde, and I'm back with my updates from my last week of training and to tell you how my race went. So today is January 26th, and my race was actually yesterday morning. So before I tell you about the actual race, I'm going to tell you how my training went last week. So last week, Monday, was Martin Luther King Day, or the official holiday. And I got up in the morning and ran 5 miles. And it was really cold outside. And I got lost. So I think I posted on Instagram that my run route was really crazy. Ran across the wrong bridge, and then I got lost trying to find the right bridge to get back home. So ended up getting lost and finishing my run really far away from home. So I had to walk all the way back, and it just wasn't fun. Uh, Tuesday I ran 7 miles. 7 miles wasn't that bad. Wednesday ran 5 miles after work and before I played ball. Quick 5 miles. Thursday ran 3 miles. Then I ended up lifting some. Just did ab work and squats and lunges, and I benched a little bit. Incline bench press. So Friday I was actually was a rest day, and I was glad because I traveled that day and I had a red eye from Portland to Charlotte, and I got to Charlotte like at 6 a.m. and then I had a quick like hour and a half flight to Fort Lauderdale. And shout out to Nick on Twitter, Nick, not Nikki, and she actually picked me up from the airport and drove me to my hotel on South Beach, and she actually picked me up from my hotel and took me back to the airport too this morning. So shout out to her. I didn't get in town. I had a 2 mile run scheduled on Saturday, and there was actually a 5K that morning that I could have ran in for free since I was already scheduled for the half marathon, but I didn't get in town in time, so I just skipped that 2 miles. So the actual run, it's supposed to start at 6:15. So first there were so many runners. There were I think like 35,000 runners. So it was just so many people, and so I think it started off. They let us run in waves. So the first wave was the wheelchair runners, and they went first, and then Group A was the elite runners. So they grouped you by your expected miles minute per mile. So I put 8 minutes, just be on the safe side, and I got put in Group G. So I can only imagine what the people in Group A put, maybe 5 minutes per mile. So they went first, and before that, we met at 5:30 on the steps, and it was so cold. It had to be like maybe 40 degrees, and people were like, I know I was cold because I had on tights under my shorts, and then I had a t-shirt on. So, and you could feel the wind coming off the ocean. So, even though it was 40, it felt much colder. So we got let go and I think it actually ended up going in Group E. So went in Group E and started off the first half a mile. I just didn't want to just run out the gate and run really fast and burn myself out. So I ended up the first half a mile just chilling, and then ran across the causeway. And by the time we finished getting across the causeway, it was so like the sun was coming up over the water, and it was really really beautiful. So I think the first 2 miles I was at like 9 something, which I think that was a comfortable pace for me. But I wanted to kick it up a little bit because I did plan on finishing with in my opinion, an ambitious goal of 1:45, hour and 45 minutes. So maybe like around mile 4. This might be TMI, but I got the bubble guts, and it was really uncomfortable. I could have stopped like a porta potty or something, but I saw people pissing in bushes and going to the porta potties. But I didn't want to actually mess up my official time, so I didn't stop. And so from mile 5 to like mile, I don't know, 7 or 8, it was really uncomfortable. So, so I ended up staying with a hotel room. It was my frat brother Donovan and his line brother DY. So I saw DY maybe like around mile 10, and no shade to him, but I thought that I could run a lot faster than him. So I was like, when did he pass me? Because I remember seeing him like around before the first mile, and then I didn't see him again. And then I saw him in front of me at mile 10. I was like, oh no, he's not gonna beat me. So from mile 10 to the end of the race, ended up I just sprinted the rest of the way. So that was cool. Ended up finishing. Official time was 1:59:07. So it wasn't where I wanted to be, but I think for my first official half marathon, it was a really good time, less than 2 hours. So that was the race. Also, I want to shout out Donovan because he's the one who actually invited me out to the race because he was. I remember like when he first started training, which is like a week before I started training, he was posting like updates on Instagram, and then I was telling him good work, and he was like, you should come out and run since you like running, and I was like, I'll let you know. And just so happened that day I went for physical therapy, and I actually got cleared to run that day. And that's the only day that I got cleared to do. I couldn't lift or I couldn't play ball, so I took that as a sign that if the only thing I could do is run, I might as well go and train for this half marathon. So he invited me out, and he told me that his chapter brothers was going to be running. So that's all I knew that was going to be there. I didn't ask any questions about who else was going to be there. So then I found out that some Meharry people, I know Donovan, he's my frat brother, but we went to Meharry together. So I found out that some other Meharry people were going to be there, Crystal and Candace and Corinne. They were all in dental school along with Donovan. So they were there, so that was cool. Saw some familiar faces, hung out with them. Also, a lot of his frat brothers were there, and just a lot of people he went to school with at North Carolina A&T. So I'll post the pictures throughout the video, but you'll notice that a lot of us have T-shirts on. They say, "Oh yeah, oh that's Yusuf," and Yusuf was a guy who I think he's from Carolina, but he went to Hampton, and I think last year around this time, he was an avid runner, and he ended up committing suicide last year. So last year, like right before the Miami Marathon, so his friends last year took his bib and they ran the marathon for him, and they actually buried his medal with him. So I think it's like an annual event each year where we run in honor of Yusuf. So, and I think not just Miami, but like Miami's a big one, but people also run like different marathons throughout the country. So I think in his death, he inspired a lot of people to just start running. So actually this year after the race, a lot of people were there. I think maybe 40 of us, maybe 50. We all joined hands in a circle, and his mom was there, and she led us in prayer, which was really moving. So that was it for the race. I think this is gonna be my first one of the year. I think I want to do 2 more half marathons this year. I don't know when or where. There's a half marathon here in Portland, but it's in March. I think I don't want to start training again too soon, or I have to keep up my training. I want to take a break. So, so I think I want to maybe run another one, maybe in May, and then another one maybe sometime in October, November. So I don't know exactly where. As that's it as far as running is concerned. I'm going to be scaling back my runs, maybe 2 or 3 per week, at maybe 3 miles per run. I'm going to go back to lifting some and just playing ball for the most part as far as working out. That's it as far as running. Outside of running in Miami, I had a great time. Like I said, I got there. on Saturday afternoon, and I left Monday morning, and I had really good food. Which I think might explain the bubble guts. So I had dinner on Saturday at this spot called Bodega something. It's like, I thought it was it's a restaurant slash club, and I guess it turns into a club at nighttime. But the food was really really good. Had chicken tacos and chicken quesadillas. Tacos were okay, but these quesadillas, I promise you, if you have them, they would change your life. Um, I'm still thinking about those quesadillas. Uh, After the race, we all went to this brunch spot, and I ate so much. Um, I had chicken and waffles, French toast, 2 sides of bacon, toast, French fries, and a beer. I guess burning all those calories, I had a huge appetite. So the food was really good this weekend. Great company, good race. I'm definitely going back next year. I had a great time. Saw the ocean, went to Wet Willie's. Oh, speaking of Wet Willie's, I was on this 30-day no liquor thing, and I made it to day 28. So last night I did have a lot of drinks, for celebration. So I think on the backside I'm gonna just add an extra week, or maybe even more. We'll see. But this was an awesome weekend, and now that I'm done training, I don't know how frequent I'm gonna post these vlogs, but I'm definitely do want to keep posting them. Not gonna be every week, but once I have something to post, I'll definitely post it. And that's it. Thank you for watching and keeping up with my updates with training. I had a great time training, great time with the race, and I encourage anyone who doesn't know if they want to run a marathon or full or half marathon, and they kind of antsy about training, just try the Nike Training app. It may seem daunting, but if you stick with it, I guarantee you it will get you ready and get you where you need to be. Even for, I think that they have a 10K training app, half and full marathons. So if you're thinking about training for one, just try out the coaching app. It's free. It's worth it. If you stick with it. So I think that's it for me, and thanks for watching. I will see you guys around. Bye.